morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to some more of Auntie Tammy's holiday stories. Today we have
Nathaniel,
Shayla, Layla,
and I'm Auntie Tammy. Okay, and I know I've shared countless boat stories with you. I did not realize how many situations I had on boats until I started sharing these stories. And some of them, there were too many people on the boat and it was rocking from side to side. Then we had a storm, didn't we? There were all those things going on. Well, this time I was on a canoe. Do you know what a canoe is?
yeah.
small boat.
A small boat,
Like
yeah?
canoe.
Yeah, a little one.
I thought a canoe was them things that you sit in and it's just you. And that's not
No,
canoe.
that's a kayak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I get
So a
confused.
canoe, and we had little paddles. And what happened is, one weekend we took the students that were staying on the campus and we decided we're going to go have a relaxing weekend. We walked for 2 hours to go camping in the jungle. So we live in the jungle. And we carried all our stuff and we got to this really nice place where the men would come out with the huge logs and the barge, which is a huge boat that carries sand, and all sorts, will come and pick it up. So that weekend we were there. On the Sabbath, we looked out and we saw what looked like an island in the middle of the river. We're like, we need to go see that. Wow, let's go. But it was about 15 of us and we needed to borrow 2 canoes from the men who were staying there. And only a couple of the students could actually row. In rowing, it would take nearly 45 minutes to get there and 45 minutes to come back.
Well, the current.
To go up, no, it's just not that fast. It really is not that fast. And, in sending everybody ahead, I was among the last ones. But then when it was the last one, we had the girl who was rowing, and then there'd be, I think, another 4 of us or something on the boat. We had too many. And they could not go up and back to get that one person because by now, the ones who went ahead were up there like nearly 3 hours, having enjoyed everything, and the rest of us were still there. So we got on the boat thinking, yeah, we'll be fine. Halfway up, if that far anyway, the boat turned over with us in this really deep river. We didn't know what to do. And I am not a strong swimmer, especially if there are no waves. In the ocean, in the Caribbean Sea, oh, it's quite fine. But then on the river, I panicked a little bit. So we managed to get off on the bank where the jungle was. And I'm like, that's it. I'm not going back. I'm not going back. So 2 of the guys came off as well. And we started walking in the jungle saying we'll get to where they are. We kept walking and there was swampy water everywhere. And you have to be careful where you step because you could just step and there's a snake that wrap around your feet and they would get you. Or they could be crocodiles or they could be anything. Even jaguars. But this is the jungle. So we kept pushing ahead. And I'm like, y'all can't call me a girl now because I'm doing this. I can do it. I'm fine. You can't just say, oh, you're a girl, go sit down. I'm doing it. But then we got to this part that it was just blocked with these huge trees that had spikes coming out of it. And the spikes reached the other side of the tree. They were just spiky and there was no way through. It's this big barricade of just tall, spiky trees. Yes. And we're like, Lord, what are we going to do? So we're like, oh, we'll just turn around and go back the way we came. We turned around and it was the thickest, most dense jungle we've ever seen. We're like, did we just come through that? Where did we just come from? And we're like, Lord, and it's getting a little bit dark now. And we're like, what are we going to do? And I'm with these 2 guys. One's literally from the jungle. The other one's from not far away, but mostly out on the coast. And we're like, oh, Father, what's going to happen? So we prayed and we're like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We know the river is to the left. We're going to go over to the river and we're just going to wait until maybe somebody's going past and they'll see us and they'll rescue us. We started going over there and we were calling out, hoping somebody would hear us, yes? And eventually, We heard them calling back. We're like, who is calling? Some of the students and the sister of one of the guys who was with us, they have been in these canoes looking for us the entire time. And they were calling and we just never heard them. We were calling and we never heard them. And we weren't even that far away from the bank of the river. We don't know how come we could not hear each other. But here, just as the moment when we really needed them, we heard them, and we knew that God was in control and he was going to look after us. And the moral of this story is, when you're out there on mission for the Lord, be it far away in the jungle or in a forest or out in the streets, God is always there when you need him, and he knows exactly what you need, and he will send that help, and he will rescue you, just like he rescued me and the others who were lost in the jungle that Saturday evening. So I'm here, so I'm fine, no harm, nothing happened, no snakes, nothing. And God really, really took care of us. Who would like to pray that the Lord will continue to look after us and take care of us? Would you like to pray, Layla?
Yes, Mom.
Okay, pray, lovely.
Heavenly Father, thank you for providing this day for us. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for saving God's people and be with us in this name.
Amen. Thank you for saving God's people. Thank you, Layla. And for everyone, please come join us again tomorrow. There's so much more to share. It's been 8 years we've been missionaries, and we have stories almost for every single day. Thank you so much. And remember, ask your mommy, show me how to like it, so show me how to subscribe, because I want to hear more. Until tomorrow, we say
Bye.